Hey guys, today I thought I would do a video to kind of discuss some things that I see happening in the gym, in gyms, with people, with clients, both in the gym, online, and and this has to deal with, I guess, people's psychology and mindset, and I guess their own relationship with words and meanings and descriptions of things, right? So this is titled, Should You Be Bothering to RX a Workout? And why should that be important or not important to you? What I want to discuss before anything is that I think there's things that we probably see as members, athletes, coaches in this world and in this environment that, I think need more discussion than they're given. And some of these things get oversimplified and they become standards, and maybe they shouldn't be, and I want to try and maybe start a conversation and provide some sort of discussion around this. And I guess what I'm talking about is the word as prescribed, RX. Should you be trying to RX a workout, right? So I'm going to give an example here, and I'm going to give context to that example. So let's say that you are an everyday person and you're just coming to the gym and you really want to do a workout, and the workout is Diane. So Diane is a CrossFit benchmark. It is a workout that is 21, 15, 9 deadlifts and handstand push-ups. As prescribed, that workout, if you're talking kilograms, it's 102 kilo deadlifts for men, and it's 70 kilo deadlifts for women. And the second movement is obviously the handstand push-up, which is a bodyweight gymnastics movement. Now, is that a good workout? Is it a good workout to measure your level of fitness and capacity? It depends. And the reason why it depends is because what's the most important with any training and progress for yourself, if you're a coach and you coach athletes, or if you are just somebody who's trying to determine if you're doing well and if this is something that's for you, it's just, I guess, understanding where did you start and where are you now? So to the average person that's just walking on the street, that's a really scary, advanced workout that seems undoable for most people, right? For an average CrossFitter who's been training for 3 years, who came in with a relatively good base and is young and is like 21 years old, that's like a easier workout, right? If you happen to be really strong and you happen to be good at that specific movement, maybe it's even an easy workout for you, right? And we compare ourselves in this world of fitness to each other, but we never compare our starting points. And that starting point is so crucial, because without the context of knowing where each other starts or what each other's capabilities are, then it can be, it's irrelevant to know what that score on the board means. Because if somebody does Diane, and that somebody is a former, semi-professional athlete who's 23 years old, their significance of that workout and what that really means for their fitness and their capacity is very different than somebody who can do that workout as prescribed, but is a 50-year-old male who's never trained until maybe the last 3 years, and for him doing that workout as prescribed is very taxing on his body to the point that maybe he needs a rest day afterwards, but he can do it as prescribed. Now, those two people doing the workout as prescribed means very different things, because one person's starting point might have been, maybe when they first started, they couldn't even do 100 kilo deadlift. Maybe the person B that I'm talking about, as in subject B, maybe they had a fear of even going upside down. So to them, accomplishing that workout as prescribed one day is incredible. Like, it's the improvement that person has seen to be able to do something like that is so great, because it's so many things have been achieved. Physiological things have been achieved, right? Like, they now probably, for you to do the workout Diana's prescribed in in under a 10-minute time cap, which I think would be a reasonable time to cap a workout like that at, usually means that you have at least 160 plus kilo deadlift, which I think is around 350 pounds. For the ladies, it probably means you have over a 225 kilo deadlift, right? Which is 225 pounds, 100 kilos. And if your starting point for this workout is even doing the weight for 1 rep is unachievable, that means that you would have had to improve that 1 rep max deadlift by so much, which means that your muscles have gotten stronger, your muscles have gotten bigger, you've improved your musculoskeletal system, your joints can now actually handle that load, you've had improvements to your nervous system, like all this crazy physiological stuff has happened to your body to now be able to adapt to do that. And when you're first starting out and you compare yourself to someone who can do that workout now, and you can't do it at all because maybe you go really light on your weight, or maybe you just you have to do like regular push-ups instead of handstand push-ups because you don't have the stability in your shoulder to kick up into a handstand. It's not fair for you to compare yourself to the other person because you're probably starting at very different, maybe you're starting at different points, and you're both at very different stages of your physical development. And that's another huge thing that I think gets spoken a lot about. That RX on the board is relative, right, to people's physical development. Some people naturally develop younger than others. Some people some people develop younger and they work really hard on their development for a long time. Some people, this happens a lot in CrossFit gyms. In a CrossFit gym, one of I guess something that I've been thinking about a lot lately is when you go to a martial arts studio or a martial arts gym, you'll usually see people with black belts, purple belts, blue belts, yellow belts, etc., depending on what martial art you do. And if you get your ass kicked by a black belt, you're not going to feel bad because that's expected. Because a black belt has the respect that they've probably been doing that for over 10 years and they've spent every day of their life for a very long time working and getting better at one thing. Now, in a CrossFit gym, you don't see who the black belts are, essentially, right? I know that can sound a little bit douchey, but for the most part, we don't see who the black belt in CrossFit is. You don't see who the blue belt in CrossFit is because everybody kind of looks the same, right? Unless someone really takes their shirt off and you can see a defining six-pack, or even then, like, that's not always a good judgment either. Unless it's very obvious to you that person is very physically developed, it can be really hard to know who's new, who's been here for 5 years. That happens all the time at the gym, right? New person comes in and they go, oh, I did so bad. I'm like, why did you do bad? They're like, oh, because these people are so fit. I'm like, well, some of these people have been training every day for the past 5 years. So it would be terrible if they weren't fit. And you can't compare yourself to those people because if you do, you're just going to get down, you're going to get disappointed, you're going to overthink things, you're going to think that you're not making any progress. And in reality, your own specific path of progress is going to be its own journey and it's going to take its own time. And maybe you're somebody who improves really, really quickly. Maybe you're just someone who develops a little bit slower. Maybe you can't dedicate as much time as the other person next to you. Some people can dedicate every day of training. Some people can train twice a day. Some people can train 3 times a day. Some people are maniacs and all they want to do is train every single day. Other people can just maybe dedicate 2 hours a week to training. And they have a really stressful job. And they can't get their nutrition right. And they have to prioritize everything under the sun instead of mobilizing and recovering and stretching and thinking about mindset of training. And you know, there's so many levels of commitment in a CrossFit gym. And you'll never see those things from the outside. You'll never see how invested someone is because you don't get to see who a black belt is or who a white belt is because everybody kind of looks the same. So my takeaway message from this is don't compare yourself to the person next to you because you don't know where they started from and you don't know how long they've been doing it for. The only person you can compare yourself to is yourself. And things that you should be looking for is, are you improving from month to month? And what does that mean? That should mean a few things like, have you gotten stronger? And if you haven't gotten stronger, have you gotten fitter? And if you haven't gotten fitter, have you improved your body composition? And if you can start playing around with those 3 different metrics to measure and judge your progress, then it's going to be very hard for you to judge how good or bad your progress is going. Because it'd be really easy to stay disheartened if you put a lot of effort and emphasis on if your strength is improved, but really you've spent all this extra time recently just working on your cardio. There's maybe no reason for your strength to improve if you haven't been doing any strength training. Anyway, that's my rant for today. I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps. And I hope that can bring some clarity and can open up this discussion that I think needs to be had in this sort of world. Anyway, guys, take care and peace.